Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday, and welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. We might make this a daily thing. I can just print so much money. I can print so many tendies. I can get so rich like every other YouTuber, providing a in-your-face, transparent grift where you super chat me $10 and then I react to whatever stock, crypto, or exchange traded fund you want me to look at. And funny enough, every Saturday that I don't have my children, I go to Trader Joe's to stock up. Okay. When I go to Trader Joe's, I go to the frozen food section. That's the only place I go. I go there and I get a bunch of quesadillas and burritos. And then I go to the cash register and I check out. That's right. Because I need to eat food. But guess what? I need money to eat food. Look how thin I look. Look how emaciated I look. You want to know why? Because I'm struggling. I'm struggling mightily. I cannot survive how I am right now. I need lots of money. So you will pay me money, and I will look at your stunk or ETF. So I actually added a new feature here. It's called Venmo. So YouTube is a bunch of dirty capitalist grifting scum, and then Apple on top of that. And you know what these clowns do? Do you know what these clowns do? Okay. YouTube takes a cut of every super chat. Every dime you give me, YouTube gets a cut. Every ad that you watch, YouTube gets a cut. Right? Which I guess it's fine. I understand. Okay. Google's a monopoly. YouTube's a monopoly. They can take whatever they freaking want. And obviously, they need some money to pay for the servers and the staff. Okay. Even though their customer support is absolute freaking hot trash. I've had my YouTube channel deleted. The only way you can even contact those clowns is you have to tweet them. Literally, you have to tweet them. You can't, there's no number to call. There's nothing. You just tweet them, and hopefully they freaking respond to your tweet and reinstate your account. It is absolute freaking clown nonsense, okay? But anyway, so YouTube has garbage customer support, and they take like, I think it's 30% of your super chat. And then guess what? If you send it through an Apple device, I believe Apple also gets a cut. So there's a scenario where you could super chat $10, and guess what? You get like $3 or something like that. And then on top of that, you got to pay tax on the freaking $3. Okay? Absolute freaking grift nonsense. All right, I see we have the first super chat rolling in. Mommy, mommy, mommy. Cheddar, cheddar, cheddar. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh. So here's a Venmo. I should have my phone on notification if you want to Venmo me instead, but you do whatever you want, okay? Oh, we got two already. All right, let me do these two member comments. Somebody called me a disgusting scum grifter. Look, I'm in your face about it, okay? You give me money, I provide you entertainment. What's wrong with that? Okay. Now, if I'm like, you're gonna 10x in 5 seconds. So I used to work on Wall Street. That's a grift. You want to know why? Because you're not gonna 10x in 5 seconds, you freaking clown. Number one. And number two, I never worked on Wall Street. I have never worked on Wall Street. Ever. And I never will because they're scum. They make me sick. They make me want to vomit. They are the filth of this nation. Bro. We're going to trade stocks, bro. Bro. Wall Street can kiss my you-know-what. Woo! Anyway, so somebody called me a grifter. Somebody said, take my money, pay pig. Trader Joe's beef era. Trader Joe's is pretty, and the lasagna is pretty on point too. It's pretty good. So what I'm going to do, and yes, I'll get to the super chats. Give me a second. I'm trying to entertain the audience here, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to first go to a Asian buffet. I'm going to eat there. And then I'm going to go to Trader Joe's. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to eat. Well, no. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to work out. All right. So we got this first super chat. What on earth is this? What in oblivion is this currency? This is probably like 5 cents. You're probably grifting me. What currency is this? You're probably grifting me. It's okay. You know what? You live and you learn. Can you give a quick look at Plurilock Security financials in comparison to their market cap? Cybersecurity company. Thanks, Daddy. It's shekels, LOL, $10. I've never seen that in my life. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pull up Purilock. Let me pull it up first. Purilock? Hold on a second. Purilock. Oh, there it is. Okay. Ticker symbol. PLC. No, is that Pure? Are you using a different ticker? All right. Let me pull this. Is Israel. All right, let me pull this up. Let me know if this is the company. Okay. This one, Pluri, or is it this one? Purilock Security. It's got to be this one. Canadian company. All right, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Mr. 123, is that the company you wanted me to look at? Yeah, it's Canadian. Okay, that's it. I was like, well, it said Pluri, so it wasn't that one. All right, what do we got here? Plurilock Security Incorporated. Literal penny stock. Literal freaking penny stock, okay? And it's in the pennies. So technically a penny stock is like, what, $5 and below? This is literally in the pennies, okay? Red flags. Let's look at the stock performance. Red flag number 2. Yes, past performance is not indicative of future performance, but the market is pretty efficient. And when you see a stock sell off like this, it should shoot up red flags. Okay. It doesn't mean the stock can't vertical line. It doesn't mean some scum filth YouTuber won't take money and pump the stock on their channel and then cause a rapid increase in the market cap for no reason whatsoever. But when you see a chart like this, you need to pay attention. Okay. Something ain't right. Something is very bad. Anyway, so this company went crazy during the clown market. Shocker. Okay. It's got a market cap of 16 million on revenue of 67 million trailing 12 months and net income of negative 11 million. Okay. So already they're incurring massive losses, and you can see their price to sales is extremely low. You would think for like a software company, they would have like a price to sales over 1 at least. You know, something ain't right here. No forward PE, so nobody's expecting profits, and obviously no dividends. What do they do? An identity-centric cybersecurity company offers IT and cybersecurity solutions in the United States, India, and Canada. They have technology and solutions that offers Purilock Defend, an enterprise continuous authentication that confirms. So many other companies have this on lockdown. Okay, what is that one company? What is that company? Like, whenever you go to, I think it's Cloudflare, you go to a website and it makes you click a box. Or maybe I downloaded a virus. I don't know. But like, there's a huge market for this. Okay, this got to be a niche company. All right, anyway. All right, let's look at the financials. Let's see how much they're vertical lining here. All right, quarterly revenue. Okay, so basically flat. I mean, it may be a little bit of growth over the last 5 years, but nothing crazy. More recently, they've had some acceleration in growth, though. Okay. But obviously, their best years so far, at least, were behind them back in 2022 and 2023. That's when they were really pumping up the revenue, baby. Okay. So revenue, recent growth, but long-term trending, kind of anemic. Let's look at margins. Very low gross margin. Now, this is kind of surprising for a cybersecurity company. You would think that they would have high margins because generally, like software security, stuff like that, digital stuff, at least has high gross margins. Okay, that's basically the cost of the service itself, excluding selling general administrative expenses. And you could see they were having these insanely high gross margins, and then all of a sudden they collapse. Maybe we can go find out why, but that's a little concerning. Okay. Operating margin, they basically had losses since inception, just nonstop losses. Have they ever made money? I don't think they have. Let's go look at never made money, never had a profit. And of course, the profit margin is negative, but they do have, at least in one quarter, positive free cash flow. Earnings per share has been negative every single quarter, but they are slowing down their losses. I'll give them that. And then free cash flow per share has basically been negative except for a couple quarters. Okay. Let's look at their balance sheet. So they got 1.7 million Canadian dollars in cash. They got 6.5 million of receivables, accounts receivable, and then about another 6 million of receivables, and then inventory. Okay, so I guess they're selling hardware too. Okay, that's maybe why the margins are so low. Yeah, that indicates they're selling like an actual physical product. Okay, so they have total liquid assets of 25 million Canadian dollars, and then they have total current debt of 31 million, but it's all unearned revenue. And actually, surprisingly enough, this is actually a good sign that they have unearned revenue. So that means they've received cash up front, but they haven't haven't provided the service yet. So when you see an explosion in unearned revenue, what that's telling you is that they've basically received a bunch of cash up front, and that will eventually become future revenue. So they're signing deals or whatever. So when it comes to a liquidity standpoint, the only way this company would be cooked is if all these contracts got canceled. Okay. But they basically have no short-term debt. I mean, they have some accounts payable, obviously, but they have cash and receivables coming in, and then they obviously can churn inventory. So I don't see like imminent destruction. Okay, at least as of Q2. Let's see. Long-term assets, basically no property, plant, and equipment. Some goodwill. This is from acquisitions, and then some other intangibles. Long-term debt, 340,000 Canadian dollars. Okay. So overall, not the worst balance sheet in the world. Okay. They have been recording a lot of losses, though. They've basically been surviving on capital infusions, stock issuance. All right. Cash flows. They've had a lot of negative operating cash flow. Okay. And that's kind of scary, even when you consider they have a bunch of unearned revenue. So they got a bunch of cash up front, and then they're still having negative cash flow. All right, let's look at share issuance. Yep, pumping out shares. Are they advertising on YouTube? They have to be. Look at that. They just doubled the shares outstanding. How much money have they raised from freaking shares? Okay, so they raised 6 million, almost 7 million Canadian dollars in the last offering in Q1. And then they raised 3.5 million in Q3, and they've already burned through most of their cash, mostly through operations. Okay, so this is a unprofitable and a cash flow negative business. Okay, that can be deadly. If you have an unprofitable business on the accrual basis of accounting, but you at least have positive cash flow, there's a lot less to worry about because at least you're not burning cash. This business is burning cash, and it doesn't make money on the accrual basis of accounting. And they're burning cash even with unearned revenue. And they have low margins. So this is a very risky investment. I'll give them that. Okay, I'll give you that. And it's a freaking penny stock. I mean, what more evidence do you need? What is this? What is their website at?
Plurilock Security.
Google me, Google. How does my bonus? What is this? Come on. Toughest cyber problems for the free world's most important enterprises. Oh, yeah. What McDonald's? The center of American capitalism. Founded on AI and proprietary research, they provide advanced services and solutions to the free world's most critical enterprise. What you think is Microsoft using you? Yeah. Okay, they're in some US cities and in Canada. Let's see. IT and cyber monitorization, managed services, and operational support, sales. Let's see. Let's meet the team. Let's meet the grifters. Okay, he appears on they're on YouTube. This is what how did I know this? How did I know this? They're on YouTube. I suspect they're paying these freaking YouTubers to basically pump up the stock. And shockingly, they issued a bunch of shares. Oh, no, I don't like it. Sorry. Next. No, sir. Okay. All right. What do we got here? BB. This is BlackBerry. Aw. 10 pounds. Thank you. Isn't what's its exchange rate now? 10 pounds in Dolly Wallies. $13.40. Well, thank you, good sir. That's the beauty of currency fluctuations. Let me check my Venmo real quick, and then we'll go look at BB. Venmo, my Inmo. Nothing there. Disgusting, sickening. You guys disappoint me. All right, let's check out BB. All right, BlackBerry penny stock, $2 billion market cap, almost a $3 billion market cap on $536 million of trailing revenue. So they're trailing at a much higher multiple than that other stock we looked at. How's the stock done? All right, it's down. It's up 3.98% in the past 5 years. What happened in 2008? Well, I mean, I know what happened in 2008, but what is this? This is an indication, boys. Another indication, not a good company. Now, you can make money, okay? Yes, you can, because a bunch of clowns will probably buy it after you. BlackBerry provides intelligent security software and services to enterprise and governments. They operate through secure communications, QNX, and licensing. They offer a development platform and secure container for mobile apps, workspaces to secure enterprise file sync, and BlackBerry Messenger for instant messaging. Okay, this is a very niche company. You know what most people use? Microsoft Teams. All right, so they have trailing net income of negative almost $3 million over the last year, but they have a forward PE of 35. They're expected to be profitable. Interesting. All right, let's look at the revenue. So revenue has just been trending down slowly over time. Okay, shocker. Gross margins are very high, and they're actually improving. That's a good thing. They are turning profitable. I'll give them that. They are turning profitable. They have been profitable, I mean, consistently since 2024. Profit margin. Yeah, I mean, they're wow, I'm shocked they're freaking profitable. Okay, so here's the thing. They can only grow earnings per share so much unless they have to solve their revenue problem. Their revenue is just contracting and contracting and contracting. They're losing market share. There's tons of competition. So they can start squeezing out profits, which they're doing, but there's a hard limit. You cannot squeeze out infinite expenses. At some point, their EPS is going to flatline and start to decline again unless they can grow revenue. So they are doing good, becoming profitable, shockingly. But if they don't fix the revenue problem, the stock is trading pretty appropriately. In my humble opinion, in my amazing analysis. Okay. Let's look at their balance sheet. Okay, so they have $290 million of cash and short-term investments, mostly in cash. Total current assets of $507 million. And they have total current debts of $230 million, of which half of it is unearned revenue. So solid liquidity, no issues there. I wonder why. I wonder if you clowns are giving them money. Let's see. Long-term assets. They haven't purchased any new. They've been depreciating it looks like. They got long-term investments. I don't know if that's treasuries or investments in other companies. And they have a lot of goodwill. Okay, this is from acquisitions. Now, the goodwill has been going down. Why is that? Probably because of impairments, which means they made crappy acquisitions. They made mistakes. So that's a concerning sign. But basically, all of their long-term assets are freaking goodwill, which is an intangible asset. And they've been impairing it. And they got a decent amount of long-term debt. Okay, $195 million. So that's a lot of debt for not that many long-term assets. So obviously they use the debt to acquire other businesses would be my suspicion. Let's see. Cash flow. Okay. Kind of anemic cash flow. I mean, they're barely turning positive cash flow. Let's see. Yeah, I can see why they're issuing shares. Let's see. When's the last time they issued shares? Okay, I mean, like what, 2 quarters ago? And then they're buying back shares. They should not be buying back shares. They should not. If they're having this much of a cash flow problem, they shouldn't be buying back shares. They should be issuing shares. You want to know why? Because retail is probably bidding the freaking stock up. That's a perfect time to issue shares. You get basically free money. It's trading pretty richly. If you look at valuations, it's almost at clown market levels. Okay, so this business ain't going bankrupt for a while. The long-term problem with this business is their revenue. You know, they're turning profitable on the accrual basis of accounting. They got plenty of cash, but the issue is if they can't really grow revenue, they're going to peak out. BlackBerry earned certification from Germany's. Why is this? Oh, excuse me. Ew. Ugh. Gross. Sorry, that was nasty. Ugh. All right, what do they do? What are their products? Communication security, secure digital workplace. Oh, I wonder if Microsoft offers this. Cybersecurity. Oh, who else does that? Who are their partners? Partners are trusted advisors to their clients. Cloud partners. AWS Marketplace. Azure. Wow, they definitely changed from a freaking phone company. I'll give them that. That's very interesting. They basically changed. They've remodeled themselves, but I think they're going to have a hard time growing revenues. I mean, this is a very competitive industry. Everybody's in freaking security software now. So for this company, it's a meme. Okay. The goal, if you buy this, you're just hoping other clowns buy it. Okay. But long run, this is not going to be a 10x stock unless they can fix their revenue problem, which my gut tells me they're not going to. Okay. So this is a meme trade. All right. So we covered BB. Let's see. What do you think about Merck? I believe it's an interesting situation. Keytruda is the world's highest selling drug, but the patent expires soon. I still see value though. Well, that's probably already priced in. I would not be surprised. Okay, we'll go check out Merck. Merck, my Gurk. All right, Merck. Merky. We sharing. All right, Merck, almost a $200 billion market cap with trailing revenue of $63 billion, net income of $16 billion. How's the stock done? It's collapsed. Over the past year, it's massively underperformed the market. And over 5 years, it has a negative price return, but it does have a dividend, so you've probably gotten total returns there. And there's a price target of 107. They operate as a healthcare company worldwide. They offer human health, pharmaceutical for various areas under Keytruda, Wellrig, Gardasil. I've seen that before. I've heard of it. Yeah, I recognize some of these. It provides veterinary pharmaceuticals for childless cat ladies. All right, let's look at the financials. All right, revenue's growing a little slowly but steadily. Okay. Margins. Margins are very solid. Okay, but I wonder if this what patent expiring or whatever, I'm sure that's going to take a little bit of a hit. Very profitable business. Look at this. They make a lot of money. Pretty solid free cash flow. So growing revenues, profitable. Are they buying back shares? They're buying back shares. Okay, seems pretty solid. They seem to have a bunch of drugs, so they're very diversified. All right, cash. They got what? $8 billion of cash, $615 million of short-term investments for total short-term liquidity of $8.6 billion. Lot of receivables, lots of receivables. Total liquid assets of $37 billion versus short-term debts of $26 billion. Okay. No issues there. They got about $25 billion of property, plant, and equipment and $21 billion of goodwill with, what's their long-term debt? $33 billion of long-term debt. Okay, so I mean, that's a decent amount of debt, but actually, I mean, they have more debt than tangible assets, so they must have used it for acquisitions. Let's see. All right, let's look at cash flow. Okay, I mean, let's look at the annual trends. Cash flow has been growing over time, operating cash flow at least. What have they been doing? I've really slowed down on issuing debt, focusing on paying off debt now. Okay, that's good. Ratios. How are they trading from a valuation standpoint? Pretty cheap. Trading really cheap. Forward PE of 8. Yeah, this is a stereotypical value stock. Like, it's not going to go bankrupt. You're going to get a dividend. But are you going to get a vertical line? Probably not, unless they develop some new crazy drug that saves the world. Okay, this is a typical value stock. Now, I mean, obviously a highly profitable business that's, trading cheaply from valuation standpoints. But I mean, that could be pricing in that the expiration of that patent or whatever. So it's a solid business. I mean, I can't really knock it, but I don't see the 10x in this. Let's see. Oh, we don't even talk pharma tariffs. Isn't Trump dropping tariffs? How is that going to impact them? That's another unpredictability. Didn't Trump just slap 100% tariffs? I don't know how this necessarily impacts this company, but it seems like they're in the pharmaceuticals business. I wonder how that's going to affect their profits. That's something else you should probably consider. I didn't even think about that. Okay. You might have some volatility in this stock because of Geodis. Let's see. Well, I guess the market's not freaking out about it. I mean, it hasn't updated, but we'll see next week. So, solid value stock, no major red flags. I think it's going to be fine, but I don't see the 10x in this. All right. The hell? Let's move on to the next one. Okay. Thank you for your contribution. Evo Evolution AB, not Evo Tech. Whoa. All right. Evo Evolution AB. Evo Evolution AB. Oh, it's from Sweden. It's a foreign stock, bro. It's not a U.S. stock, bro. All right, so it's a Swedish company. Market cap of 160 billion on trailing revenue of 25 billion. So that's pretty hefty there with net income of 13 billion. What's the currency? It's a Swedish. I guess that's the Swedish currency. SEK. Swedish kronas. So what is 160 billion Swedish kroners in USD. All right, so it's got a $17 billion market cap. So don't let these numbers fool you. It's not that big of a company. Okay. On the year, it's down 20%. Over the past 5 years, it's up 37%. They got a dividend, so total returns are obviously higher. Year to date, it's been going down. So, I mean, not really impressive performance recently, but it is trading a little cheaper than it has been for a while. So, what do? They develop, produce, markets, and license online casino systems to gaming operators. Oh, this might actually be a... Everybody freaking gambles now, okay? So that could be a bull case or that could be a bear case, because think about it. There is a explosion in gambling. Okay, you can gamble in the stock market, in the crypto market. You can gamble on Robinhood. You can gamble on every freaking app. Okay, so people can feed their addiction to, because they're losers and they want to gamble. They can feed their addiction 1,000 different ways. So whatever they're producing, whatever games they're producing, is facing a lot more competition because of the multiplicity of all the gambling stuff that's going on right now. So let's see. Online casino on their net end, casino games. Okay, so it's all degeneracy, basically. Let's look. All right. Revenue's been growing pretty steadily over time. Okay. But I mean, the market's probably pricing in all the other competition. But recently they've had drops in revenue. Not sure why. I mean, they had steady revenue growth all the way until March 31st, 2025. And maybe it could be they divested something, or maybe it could be all the other competition with all the other gambling garbage that's going on. All right, let's see. Margins, 100% gross margin. Insanely profitable. 58% margins in the most recent quarter. This is a profit machine. Look at that. Good Lord. This is a profit machine. But earnings per share growth has collapsed. Okay, so this is like a cash cow kind of business. It's kind of like a tobacco kind of thing, where they make a ton of money, they're hyper profitable, but their revenue is peaked out and their earnings are actually dropping, slowly. You can see that. It's obvious over time. So with this one, this is the typical, what do you want more? Do you want nice, consistent, steady cash flows from a hyper profitable business that isn't growing? Or do you want potential growth in other companies? Basically, this is basically a value stock. I mean, just because they're profitable doesn't mean it's good, because if they're not growing earnings, you might be able to find earnings growth elsewhere. You might be able to buy a bond. If this company's earnings are declining over time, earnings per share is declining over time, that's it. It's actually better to buy a freaking treasury, because you have that consistent earnings and you have less risk. They've been buying back shares. Okay. Shocker. Balance sheet, I'm sure, is solid. They have 1.5 billion euros in current assets and 967 billion of current liabilities. Income taxes payable. What's going on here? So what is going on here? Let me go look at their operating income. All right, so their operating income is growing. I mean, okay, but then their taxes payable are exploding. Are they getting hammered? Are they getting hammered by governments? What's going on here? That's weird. That's something you might want to look into. That's a little concerning that their taxes payable are massively freaking exploding. I mean, but overall, they got a solid balance sheet. I mean, I don't see any huge red flags here. They're gonna do just fine. I mean, they're a cash machine. All right, operating cash flows. What made it drop? Other operating activities. Well, that's not specific. All right, so some of the drop in operating cash flows came from timing issues from accounts payable or accounts receivable, excuse me. So they recorded some revenues but didn't receive the cash yet. I don't know what this other operating activities is. It doesn't specify. Some tiny acquisitions, paying back debt, buying back stock. Oh, they're paying a dividend. Look at that. Isn't that cute? They're paying a dividend. Wow. It's just like a tobacco company. Like, except this has more competition than a tobacco company. Let's go to their website. If we even have it here. Where's the website? Evolution, bro. Oh, look, it's a hot chick. Oh, I want to gamble now. What games do we have? You guys want to gamble, bro? What is this? Gonzita's Conquest. Zillard King. Bass Boss. Golden Cow. What is this crap? First person. What's this? The most authentic RNG games come alive. What is this? I never understood the appeal of gambling. Look, which one would I choose? Who's the hottest chick on here? She's attractive. She's attractive. No, thank you. She's okay. She's attractive. No. Yes. 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 Okay. Who's the hottest guy? All right. Which one would I pick? What would be my queen? Honestly, I kind of like this blonde girl. I don't know what it is. Something about her. That's my girl right there. I'll take her. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. It's just like a cash cow business with a lot of competition. Interesting. Thank you for your donation. Why so BlueTube? IMAX. They found a new revenue stream by playing anime films and paying next to no marketing costs. The anime films clean up. Are people even going out anymore to these theaters? All right, let's check out IMAX. Anime, my favorite topic that I understand so well. Let's see. IMAX. Operates as a technology for entertainment and events in the U.S., Greater China. Rest of Asia, Western. Okay, so they're everywhere. Obviously, it's IMAX. All right, let's see how the anime is paying off here. So they got a market cap of 1.75 billion USD off trailing revenue of 362, and they're profitable with a forward PE of 22. 1 year stock price up 65%. 5 years, I think it's actually, wow, this has outperformed the market. That's impressive. Stock's doing very well. No dividend. Nothing wrong with that. And analysts have a price target of 33. Let's look. All right. Revenue's growing steadily. Okay. Most recently grew about the rate of inflation, but they are able to grow revenue. That's a good thing. Margins, they've massively increased their margins since 2021. I wonder what happened back then, 2020, 2021. Okay. So steady, consistent margins with actually a little bit of increase over time. Very nice operating margins, decent profit margins, and I mean, overall positive free cash flow. Let's see. I wonder how much debt they packed on from the pandemic. All right, they got $431 million of current assets, of which $109 million is cash. And they have $112 million of current liabilities, so nothing crazy there. How does that add up? Oh, accrued expenses, $79 million. So they got plenty of cash. They got plenty of receivables. No problems there. Long-term assets, mostly property, plant, equipment, $243 million. Long-term accounts receivable. Let's look at their debt. So they got 278 million of debt. It's not showing me what they had before. I have a suspicion it probably went up because of the freaking pandemic. Would not be surprised. So 278 million of long-term debt on 243 million of long-term assets. So not the greatest, but probably a pandemic thing. Long-term unearned revenue has been trending down, but recently ticked up. That's future revenue. Negative retained earnings. What's this? Could be from buybacks, maybe. No. It could be from retiring shares. Let's go look at the change in shares over time. Where is it? Am I blind? Here it is. All right. So basically, like, share count has basically stayed the same with a little bit of issuance recently, but they had a huge explosion in earnings growth. Why was that? Earnings from continuing operations. Let's see. So operating income was flat year over year, but they had a huge increase in bottom line profit. So it was a one-off thing. It was probably this freaking the lack of income tax expense and a boost in earnings from continuing operations. So they're not actually exploding profits. It seems like a one-off kind of thing there. Okay, PE's going up. That implies growth. Forward PE's not as crazy as you might imagine. I mean, it's getting a little bit more pricey, but I mean, if they're adapting and bringing in people with these freaking whatchamacallits, anime, I don't know. Maybe there's some bull signs. So obviously the market's liking it. There's something going on that's good. Maybe the market's liking this whole anime thing. The stock could continue to outperform. I don't know, but this is generally an indication that they're doing well, and it's not all clownery. Like I don't see like major clownery built into this. It seems more reasoned and rational. So interesting. Let's go to their website. IMAX. These things have been around forever. Okay, Avatar. They're still making avatars. The Way of Water. What is this stupid nonsense? Okay, we got shirtless indigenous man here. Tron. Wow. Where's the anime? Tron. My name is Tron. The Running Man. They seem like decent movies. Bahubali. What is this? Here's the anime. Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man. Interesting. All right, so that's IMAX. That's funny. All right, so what did we get here? So we got Plurilock. We got BB. We got Merc. We got Evo, and we got IMAX. So we're all tied up here. All right, let's do some member-only comments, and we might shut this down. It's about time. Let me check my Venmo. Anybody Venmo me? It appears nobody did. That's very disappointing. Shit. All right. Take my money. Trader Joe's is good. Good morning, Alien Money. Bro, I'm in the cubicle doing 401k audits right now. God bless you, sir. I hate audit. I never want to audit ever in my life. I am a tax man to my core. I hate audit. Never. Oh, let's go count your cows. Let's verify your inventory. Statistical sampling. No, thank you. I don't want to stand up. I don't want to go count your inventory. I don't want to do statistical sampling. No, I just want to do your freaking taxes. Give me your data and I'll put it in the tax return. Done. I get paid nothing actually doing on a weekend. Get out of here. I refuse to work on a weekend. Refuse. My boss is leaving in December. There's no guarantee I get promoted to senior next year. Should I try to strong on them and ask for a guaranteed promotion and raise before I agree? Are you licensed? You need to get your license, bro. If you don't have a CPA license, you need your freaking license. And then guess what? You can go anywhere you want. For another tax season, do you think they would respect me for standing up? I crush these audits and do taxes in tax season. I make low 60s and you'll get to travel 6 months out of the year. You need to get out of the tax firm, okay? Working in a tax firm, like they are making a fortune off of you. They're making an absolute fortune off of you. Get the skills. If you want to be a self-employed tax person, learn tax at your firm. Then when you're comfortable, jump over to a corporate job. You're just working at a corporation like I am, and then start building your business on the side. So you have a check coming in and you're building your business. So you need to be licensed and you need experience. Once you have those two, jump to the corporate sector. You're going to get a raise and then start building your business on the side. If that's kind of like your life plan. Don't just stay at the freaking firm forever. Okay, I made $60,000 in my first tax job. So they were paying me like $30 an hour, and they were billing me out at like $150, $160 an hour. I'd rather just keep the $150 an hour. Yeah, I like getting all the profits to me instead of them extracting a huge profit percentage. Okay, huge profit percentage. No, thank you. I don't have my CPA yet and stay too stressed. You need to get the CPA, dude. Get the CPA. Might need to book some time with you to get your advice. Oh, yeah, I just gave you free advice. I'm shopping for other jobs, obviously, and the plan is to leave before next time. But the real question is, do I get an offer in hand and offer to stay? Get an offer and leave. Start applying. Or if you want to be self-employed and you're comfortable with tax preparation, get the CPA. Or if you want to have less stress, jump to the private sector, jump to like a corporation and then get the CPA there. Okay? And take an easy job. Even if you're getting paid like $70K. If it's easy, that's the time that gives you time to get your license and then to start building your business if that's what you want. Promotions are nonsense. I don't care about promotions. Oh, I'm a senior. Oh, I'm a senior accountant right now. I don't give a rip. You think I care about my job title? Oh, I'm senior accountant. Then they'll call me master accountant. Oh, I'm the master accountant. I don't care. Give me money. Let me build my business on the side. I leave work at 4:30 every day. I got stuff to do. Okay, I'm getting my check. I'm saving my check. And I'm building my business. They don't promote you. I mean, don't be shocked. But you have more leverage. If you have a job offer in hand, you have more leverage. I don't know if that would even be something they would agree to, since I'm basically saying I'm gone within 2. Oh, you already told them you're leaving? Well, yeah, that's what I feel comfortable offering them. I stay another tax season, one more round of extension. I get promoted in May, be bumped to 75. Don't let the pay suck you in. You can make more money self-employed. You can make astronomically more money self-employed. Trust me. You could have one S corp, charge $1,000 for the return. Okay, and the margins are insane. You could be virtual. Like I pay $2,000 for unlimited tax preparation. $2,000. I can do infinite tax returns. So if I make $50K in gross revenue, what's my profit margin? Subtract obviously some Dropbox, some net or Norton security, like the basic stuff you need. Your profit margins are insane. Okay, and $50K of revenue isn't that much work. So if you scale up, if you're making $100K in revenue, your margin's just vertical line. So I wouldn't get sucked into these pay raises because they're grifting you. You're getting cooked working for a tax firm. Get the experience, get out, get the CPA. And then, because if you never get that CPA, you're cooked. I mean, you could get the EA, but CPA is better in my opinion. Get the CPA. Stop worrying about pay raises and titles. I want to say 80K. They snub me, all the raises. They're cooking you, bro. They're mocking you. They're making a fortune, bro. Woo! Oh, man. Analyst. The Way of the Water was a total snooze fest. Sounds lame. Top Gun Maverick kicked butt. The sound was good. Demon Slayer made $500 million. Chainsaw Man is another coming soon release, all from Crunchyroll, which is owned by. That is such a weird show. IMAX pays $75K to run trailers. iMac, that's it. Oh, interesting. And IMAX theaters. Wow, the CPA is lucrative. Look, you can make so much money, dude. I'm telling you, it's so, oh my God. The problem, as with every other business, is getting the clientele. Once you have the clients, you could charge $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 for a return, depending on the complexity, and your profits are enormous. And you don't have to have an office. This is my office. Okay? I'm sitting in my office right now. It's in my house. And oh, by the way, I can deduct that on my tax return. Did you know that? Yeah, that's right. I can deduct my home expenses on my tax return. So instead of paying for a freaking office, I can save astronomical amounts of money. It's like the perfect high margin business. I don't even need a lot. I don't even need a lot of money. Okay. If I make 36K of profit, that supports me the whole year. Everything else on top of that's gravy. It's awesome. Okay. Thanks a million. Your advice is indispensable. I'm going to start looking much harder for an industry gig. There you go. Yet to be seen if it's really better than this crap, though. I'd hate. Well, the industry job is literally just so you can build your business. That's why I have a job right now. Okay. So I'm getting a paycheck. I work 8 hours a day. I get off, go to the gym, run home, and do my other side stuff. And the business is growing over time. And then eventually you can hop over. And if you're in industry and you're working that easy job, you can get your CPA. If you're working at this tax firm, you don't have time to study, you're never gonna really progress in life. I mean, oh, they might give you a little promotion here. Screw them. They're cooking you, dude. Make sure you're comfortable with tax and then get out and then go get your CPA. The 2K for unlimited returns, that software, yeah, it's tax deductible. That is tax deductible. Indeed, it is. To leave and end up more miserable than I am. Now, you're miserable because you're not self-employed. Trust me. It is very liberating to be self-employed. Okay. It's awesome. It's like crack. Every time I get a payment from a client, it's like, oh. All right. Somebody says, how much will an in-depth analysis of Lafufu cost? You want me to cover Lafufu right now? All right. You give me $20 and we'll do 25 and we'll do a decent analysis of Lafufu's channel. I'm going to put on a Lafufu trailer while I go take a piss. If you want me to cover Lafufu, give me $25. Thank you very much. All right. In the meantime, we will play a Lafufu video.
Holy smoke, is this ain't no joke, because I was literally about to go to bed.
Oh my word, look at that.
Wow, do we have a lot to get into here today.
Woo, 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 man. Oh man, I love it. I love it right now.
All right. Woo! I had to go potty. I'm sorry.
I had to go pee-pee. Pee-pee.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Woo! Let's see. Ryu, truck stop, Jeremy. All right, brother, you got like 2 minutes to give me that, or I'm freaking leaving. I gotta go to Trader Joe's. So, any last minute requests? Any last minute questions? Member only comments. I only answer member comments. you don't like that, call a freaking lawyer. Okay. I'm accelerating the grift. But at least you get entertainment out of it. You know what I'm saying? And you're not getting false promises. You can 5 trillion X with my course. Oh, buy my course, bro. And you can also consider booking a free 30-minute consultation with me. I'm a CPA, and I would gladly do your taxes for the next tax year. Even if you have back taxes, I'll do anything. Anything for you, baby. Anything. Can you ask another AI what's going on with your PP when it hurts again? I was not impressed with that AI. They basically said I was inappropriate and not nice. And I did not appreciate that. That was very rude of the AI. When I ask you a question, you freaking answer. I am the human. I am the living, breathing human being. You are the artificial construct. You do what I say. I don't want this politically correct. Yeah, you need to rephrase your question. Shut your freaking mouth. I am the master. I own you, boy. I am the flesh made manifest. All right, well, that might be it. Maybe I'll do another couple of videos today just for fun. Not super chat videos, obviously, but all right. If I get a last minute super chat, I'll cover it in another video. But anyway, like, subscribe, consider joining as a member to support the channel. You get priority access and responses to comments. And you guys have a wonderful, delicious weekend. Cheers.